Get ready for a whole lot of sunshine and a warming trend that's going to make it feel more like April, more like spring. Hey everyone, good evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Darrell Winninger from the Central Oregon Daily Weather Center with a deep dive into your most reliable forecast. We're going to take aside a couple of minutes here just to look at what's been happening today, what's expected through the next couple of days, and when these big changes are in the planner and how they're going to be impacting us. All of that and more in the next several minutes, starting off with our weather headlines through the rest of this work week, really. So now some rain and snow showers are still expected during the next 24 hours. Tuesday afternoon, there have been some rain showers. Tuesday morning, this morning, we started off with fresh snow falling and slick roads across the high desert. And later this week, more sunshine is in the planner, and that's going to be the beginning of a warming trend that takes our temperatures well above average for this time of the year, well into the 60s, just before our next system rolls into the Pacific Northwest. So first, let's look outside. Here's a look at some of those cameras across the Tri-County areas. These are ones that I typically use, and we do have some of these cameras showing a little bit of blue. So where there has been some clearing for parts of the Tri-County area, and a couple of them looks like some of those Oregon Hazards Lab ones are zoomed into a couple of different things there. But when we just look specifically at roads, some of them are wet, some of them have shadows on them, and that's indicative of this little bit of clearing that we've been receiving. However, through the passes, we have wet roads, and some of them earlier today had some snow on the road. Right now, looks like it's just mostly wet across our Tri-County area, and that is just in advance of our next wave of moisture pushing into the high desert. Notice everything's going from the north to the south, and that's because our low pressure has pushed a little bit further to the south and the southeast. And what that means for us is this system is pretty much wrapping up, but this moisture is lingering around, and we're still expecting some showers through this evening. By tonight, as temperatures fall, our snow levels are going to be dropping, and with dropping snow levels, we get that transition from green or rain to white or snow. And it's not just going to be at the higher elevations, but we're still not looking at too much at all in the way of accumulation. Just looking a little bit more at the bigger picture, switching up that satellite imagery just a little bit, and we still see that these showers are just scattered at the moment. But there's a lot more moisture over Washington and right over the gorge. All of that is going to be pushing south. Winds have been breezy these last couple of hours. They're going to stay breezy for most of the high desert. And you can see this low is fizzling out, but most of that lower pressure is right over southeastern Oregon, getting into Nevada. And when we look at the bigger picture, there's a couple of things that we're tracking. First, there is another low further out over the Pacific Ocean that stays out there, and it's actually going to be working its way around a ridge of high pressure, and that high pressure is just now starting to really develop and expand. This is going to be what brings calming conditions through the next couple of days, that ridge of high pressure, and most of it is centered a little further to the south, but that's what's going to be ridging into the area. That's what brings our sunshine, and as that high develops, that's what stays with us through the next couple of days. So just starting off with future road conditions, by 5 p.m., we are looking at some showers pushing through the high desert, so some wet roads. Even by 11, though, most of it is just wet roads until you start hitting the passes. That's where we have a little bit of snow on the ground and some slick roads possible. Not just Willamette Pass, but also looks like Diamond Lake Junction has a little bit of light snow. It looks like St. Anne Pass isn't going to be that bad, and it looks like Government Camp isn't going to be that bad either. And so as we go forward through the next several hours, that's going to continue to progress. Snow levels continue to fall. By the time we start Wednesday, some slick roads are going to be possible. Now, let's go ahead and look at your forecast model, because we have that high pressure starting to develop over the Pacific Ocean. We also have the remnants of our area of low pressure. As this continues to push south, it's still fizzling out. But some of that moisture is going to linger over central Oregon in lieu of that actual low pressure system. And what that means for us is rain and snow showers are expected tonight. First rain becoming snow, then clearing. Through Wednesday, there's a chance of a few sprinkles or flurries. Definitely in the Cascades, definitely on the west slopes of the Cascades, getting a little bit more precipitation, but a lot of that is being absorbed by the Cascades and the higher elevations. And by Thursday, a mixture of sunshine and cloud cover. Now Thursday is when our warming trend begins. Friday's when it really takes shape, and Saturday, that's when we're shooting into the 60s. But here through Friday even, we're still looking at mostly sunshine. So between now and Thursday at 11 p.m., our high resolution forecast model shows maybe an inch or two in the Cascades, as high as 4 inches in the highest elevations. Lower elevations, some snow showers, not too much sticking, because by the time our temperatures are getting well below freezing tonight, we're actually looking at some clearing by then as well. So by switching gears to another forecast model by 7 a.m., it does look like some light totals are possible. I think a few of these numbers are overdoing it just a little bit. And then after that, it's just mostly in and out clouds. Not too much of adding precipitation to the map. And let's switch gears again. Let's go over to winds, because today it's just been breezy. Our gusts right now at 442 are between 10 and 20 miles per hour, and actual wind speeds are close to that as well, mostly coming out of the north. So here through the last several hours, everything to the right of the white line. The white line is our now time, and everything to the left of that is observed. Everything to the right of it is forecast. So it's still going to be breezy through the next couple of hours, really through this evening, and then winds taper. They come down to a gentle breeze. By Wednesday, 5 to 15 miles per hour, gusting at 20 plus. By Thursday, 5 to 15 miles per hour. And then Friday, just a light breeze is expected. Meanwhile, in the last 24 hours, temperatures topped out in the 40s and 50s with 39 in Sun River. Current temperatures are mostly in the 40s with a few 30s and still 56 degrees in Warm Springs, but that is the outlier. And so right now, we're actually running a few degrees warmer than we were just 24 hours ago. But here through the next 24 hours, we're pretty much staying chilly. By Thursday, temperatures start to rebound. We still have a low chance for a few sprinkles and flurries Thursday, but by Friday, tons of sunshine. The warming trend really takes shape. Temperatures continue to climb. We're topping out well into the 60s by Saturday and Sunday. By Sunday, it all depends when this next system rolls into the region. We could get up to either side of 70 degrees. That means lower 70s and some upper 60s still on the map if the rain slows down from our next system. If it speeds up, we're not going to get that warm. That's a little further out in the future, so it's really hard to pinpoint exactly when and how much precipitation is expected Sunday afternoon, but we'll really be able to know that as we get a little further into this week. But for tonight, you can expect 20s with a few teens and 30s possible. Scattered showers come to transition to snow showers as those snow levels fall, and by tomorrow, still chilly. Just not as chilly as it was today. We started a gradual warmth is expected through the next couple of days, but really we're still well below average for this time of the year. And that average high temperature is 57 degrees. We're talking about topping out 10 degrees cooler than that or more. Wednesday does have a chance for some hit and miss showers. Thursday, a lower chance of precipitation, more in and out cover is expected, but for many of us, more sunshine than clouds with that light breeze that could pick up during the afternoon hours. By Friday, firmly under our ridge of high pressure, tons of sunshine, and temperatures topping out well into the mid to upper 50s, a few 60s possible. Then, by Friday, we really start to see temperatures pick up even more, getting well into the 60s. And as our temperatures continue to climb, that next system starts to develop out over the Pacific Ocean. Will we get rain? Yes. Will it come in Sunday night? Yes, we are looking at wet conditions Sunday night, mostly rain, maybe a little bit of wintry mix, but Sunday afternoon, some of those showers are possible, and that's why I brought down our Sunday temperatures just a little bit. It was 70 yesterday, brought it down to 67 because it all depends on the timing of that next system. Again, if it comes a little early, we're looking at cooler temperatures. We're talking about the rain. If rain comes in a little bit early, we're talking about cooler conditions, but if it comes in later, more like the overnight hours, that's when we're actually looking at temperatures picking up a little bit more. Then a dip in temperatures Monday, and we start to rebound come Tuesday. Once again, I do want to show you one more forecast model. This one, we're actually looking at geopotential heights. We're looking at the thickness of the atmosphere, and this is actually going to help paint another picture for you of just what's happening in the next 72 hours. Through Wednesday, it's going to be chilly with some rain and snow showers possible. Not everybody gets wet from this one. And the winds are going to be breezy at times, especially during the afternoon and evening hours. Highs mostly in the 40s with some 50s, and this is when we had that last chance chance of rain for real. By Thursday, we could get a few didn't have that in play mode. We could get a few sprinkles on Thursday, but our warming trend really starts to take shape. More sunshine than clouds are expected at times, and winds are still going to be breezy at times. At this point on Thursday, highs in the 50s with some 40s possible. So picking up a little bit from where we are on Wednesday, but watch what happens on Friday. That high pressure over the Pacific Ocean begins to build into the Pacific Northwest. This is when we really get sunshine. This is when we really start to see that warming trend, and this is going to be the beginning of that calmer, warmer springtime weather pattern that we're all too familiar with when we're looking at mid to upper 50s, a few 60s even possible, and this is going to be when we're right on target for this time of the year when it comes to those temperatures. And so just another quick look at your headlines. We are expecting through the next couple of days, and this is for Tuesday, April the 1st, we're looking at about 24 hours more of these rain and snow showers. Going into Tuesday night, we start to see, or going into Wednesday night, we're starting to see a little bit more clearing. And then later this week, Thursday and Friday, increasingly more sunshine is expected. So Thursday, we're still looking at some clouds, still have a low chance for a few sprinkles and flurries, but by Friday, tons of sun, and that's when the weekend warming trend really starts to take shape. That is the latest in weather. Join us tonight on Central Oregon Daily News. We'll have the latest headlines and news and your most reliable forecast. It's going to be at 5 and 11 on ABC and at 6, 7, and 11 on CBS. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments section below. I'll do my best to come back and answer those. And other than that, if you get any good weather pictures, send those in, especially if you got a little bit of that snow this morning. I know not many of us probably had to shovel or anything like that, but a few more snow showers are still going to be expected during the next couple of days. All right, see everybody tonight on Central Oregon Daily News. Until then, have a good one.